everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Hawk Talk. I'm your host, Hillary Moberg.
And I'm Dallas Mitchell.
And our guest for this week is Hailey Enney. She's the president of the Student Education Association. So,
Hailey, we want to tell us a little bit about yourself, kind of tell the guests who you are, where you're from, what you do here at DSU.
Yeah, so I am from Dickinson originally. I was born and raised here, and I've been through all of the schools in Dickinson, and I've worked at each of them, so I really liked that I was able to stay within my community and grow. With that, I am the oldest of four, and so I have always been kind of like the mother hen or like the little grandma of the group, always taking care of people, and I really wanted that to be transparent in my future career. So I felt that education was just what was meant to be for me. And then for DSU, yeah, I'm an elementary education major with a minor in leadership, and I'm involved heavily on campus, as you can see, and I've been the president now for a year in SEA, and before that I was the vice president, so I kind of got to, you know, shadow a little bit and keep going. So
Can you tell us a little bit about the Student Education Association?
Yeah, okay, so the Student Education Association, or commonly known as SEA, is a membership through the National Education Association of Enney, and so that is a teachers union for all national teachers, and so there's a different affiliations with that too, with NDU, North Dakota United, is a union for all public workers and education professionals, and so NEA and AFT is affiliated through there, and so SEA is just a little chunk of that. To be an SEA, though, you do not have to be a member of NEA, so you don't have to pay any memberships. We just take you as you are, and if you want to participate, you are more than welcome to.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you explained now like what SEA is. So what does SEA do?
Right, okay, so we as an organization on campus and in this community really focus on giving back or supporting the youth in the community. So we participate in a lot of events on campus, such as like Harvest Fest and Boo Hawks, and then most recently we were a parade float in the parade for DSU Homecoming. And so with that, we have really been focusing, we try to focus each year on a new topic, and so this year we focused on giving books out to the community.
Oh, cool.
And so we collected books from Imagination Library, and so Imagination Library does not allow books to be resold. The point is to give them out. And so when thrift stores get these books, they're not allowed to resell them. So what happens is that then we come and we grab the books and we give them out for them. So we work on the more community-based volunteering of it. And so this year we did pass out books during the parade, and it was a huge success. So we're going to continue trying to collect these books to give out to children, just as a little momentum of reading. And then last year we did a school supplies drive, and we donated them to the schools to give to the children who don't necessarily have the tools and resources that are needed for more simple activities such as coloring. And then the year before that we did a clothing drive for the winter, just hats, gloves, anything you could think of that a child would need outside.
Yeah, that's really awesome to hear.
Yeah.
So it seems like you've gotten some really good community involvement, and you mentioned a little bit about campus involvement, but I kind of know on the back end that there's some stuff that SEA is hosting on campus. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so this year we've been really trying to move forward in being more involved with the students rather than just focusing on the volunteering work. So we have been trying to host more social events for students on campus, and it's welcome to anybody. We did have a movie night a few weeks ago, and this October we're trying to hit one for each month. So this October we're doing Halloween grounds, and so people could come, donate, buy some candy, and then give them to their ghouls and gals
Nice.
on campus. And so it's kind of like, I know the high school does like a Valentine's type of thing where they give flowers and stuff. It's very similar to that, but this time candy. So we'll be making goodie bags for everybody. And then for Thanksgiving, we're doing Friendsgiving the Thursday before Thanksgiving in the hub. And everybody brings like a potluck type of thing, and then we will watch Friends on the big screen. So we're just looking forward to some fun activities, and we're even thinking about like a kickball tournament or like that kind of thing. Just some things to get everybody involved on campus. So.
Yeah.
So how did your story and kind of your process in getting involved with SEA kind of initiate?
Yeah, so I started in SEA as a freshman. I was really involved in high school, and so I knew that I wanted to continue my involvement in my higher education and being in those leadership roles. And so I originally went into SEA thinking that I didn't want to be an officer because I've been in those roles my whole life. I just kind of wanted to ride the train out and just be involved as much as I wanted to be, but I could tell that I really missed that leadership role, and that it was just kind of something that I was drawn to. And so I showed up to a meeting. I had been going to meetings for a long time, showed up to a meeting, and one day I was just nominated as vice president, and I said yes. And then the following year it was like, hey, guess what, you're president now. And I was like, cool, I'll say yes to that too. So I just started as a freshman and kind of worked my way up, but it really is a great experience, and I would totally recommend it to anybody. So yeah.
So what are kind of some of the duties that you have to take on as president for SEA?
Yeah, so I do a lot of networking with my professors. The education program is a really nice, kind of tight-knit group. I mean, when you think of education, you think of that friendship between teachers and students, and the way that you interact with your professors more on like a personal basis rather than maybe a different major. So we're all very close-knit group, and we're all very supportive of each other. And so working with my professors is something that was really important to me. And so one of my roles as president is working with my professors, making sure that everything is on track, organizing activities, and delegating out to other people in the community. So
Awesome. Very good. So what kind of made you initially want to go into education?
Lots of things. I mean, in the education program, we always talk about our reason why, like, why are you doing this? And I guess personally, I just wanted to help the children that really didn't feel like they got a voice or didn't get that opportunity that they needed, or felt like they were kind of sliding through the cracks, because I had those experiences as a child in the education. And so I wanted to make sure that students had a voice and they were able to do what they needed and get the individualized help that they were originally searching for and seeking for. Every child deserves to learn. So.
Well, that's awesome. That's really great to hear. So then what are some of your favorite parts about being involved with SEA?
Definitely working with my peers. That is the best part, because when you learn others who have the same passions and hobbies as you, you really connect, and it's a friendship that will never break. And the great thing about education is that we're all in it for the same reasons. We're all in it to help. We're all in it to just educate the youth, and so we all piggyback and help each other learn, and that's the best way to learn and continue to learning. And so with NEA too, if you are a member, you get free professional development, which is a requirement as education is to continue professionally developing. And so that was another benefit for me through SEA, is that I get those free professional developments now that I'm officially like a member. So, but like I said, you don't have to you don't have to pay to be a member. We will just take you as you are, and you can just participate. You don't ever have to pay if you don't want to at all. But it also supports you for teacher's insurance, and so you have to have teacher's insurance to go out into the field, and so that's another really great benefit. But
Good.
yeah.
So besides being president of SEA, what other organizations are you involved with on campus?
Yeah, so I'm actually in the TR program with Hailey, and so that was another major reason why I decided to do SEA as well, was that I felt like I could take the skills that I was learning from my honors program and apply it to an organization that I felt that would benefit from it, and that I could, put some of those skills into practice, because that's so important. So, and then I'm also a Trek member through that with Hailey, and so I do that as well. So it's pretty fun to juggle those, and it's fun to kind of see both sides of it. So like right now we're planning, the TR is planning Boo Hawks, and SEA is also trying to plan for Boo Hawks as well. So I'm kind of like, well, we could do this, but I'm gonna do this because I need to do this. So it's kind of hard to juggle them sometimes, but I really do like it, and it teaches some great skills, and it gives the others opportunities to step up to the plate and participate.
So now that graduation is kind of creeping up, do you have any plans for after you graduate? Do you want to teach here, or what does that kind of look like for you?
Yeah, so honestly, I'm not sure where I want to teach. I am actually engaged, so I'm getting married
cool.
this summer.
Congrats.
Thank you. But my fiance is going to law school, and so it will depend where I teach my first couple years on where he decides to go to law school. So
That's kind of
I'm
fun,
not
like
really
the
sure.
mystery behind it, wherever you're going
It
to
could
end
be
up.
anywhere.
Yeah.
So it's exciting, and I'm excited to learn some new things because since I did go to school in Dickinson and now I'm pursuing higher education in Dickinson, I really see both sides of every school. So I've seen them progress even through my childhood education into now. So I'm excited to kind of see some different aspects of education as well.
Yeah,
That'll be fun.
Yeah, kind of in a new school district, in a new place,
It's
maybe a
always
bigger
different.
place. too.
Yeah.
That'll be very exciting. So then, how has it been juggling your different activities?
I would say that normally it is really pretty calm and relaxed. The really great thing about the education program is that because they're all educators, they do understand how rigorous coursework can be. But with that, we're still, of course, getting the same amount of coursework as any other major. And the nice thing about that is that if we go to our professors and tell them, like, hey, this is a lot, it's midterms week and it's homecoming week, like this is a lot for us, they do realize that and they definitely help us out with that. And so being a member of SEA and letting them know like we have a lot going on and having those connections and kind of getting to speak for the larger group of the education program as a whole is a major benefit to juggling that coursework and the extracurriculars that I'm involved in. So.
Oh, good to hear. So then we like to ask a few fun questions on the show. So if you could only listen to one genre of music for the rest of your life, what would you pick and why?
You know what, that one was really hard. So I listen to, I don't have XM in my car, like at all. So I have 105.7. So I listen to every single genre at any decade. So that was really hard for me. But I guess when I work out, I listen to a lot of pop and hip hop. So I would only, if I could only pick it for the purposes of my workouts going well, it would have to be that. So
if you could travel to any place in the world, all expenses are paid for, you know, everything covered, where would you choose?
for sure, like Italy or the Mediterranean, that kind of thing. I really want to see the culture, and I want to just kind of see the history behind it, and it just seems like such a, I don't know, romanticized place. Just like lots of fun things to do, and not gonna lie, I want to try real gelato. So that would definitely be the place, but I'd want to be like there for a few weeks, I think. Just kind of get to travel around.
And to all the future educators out there, what is one advice that you would give to them as they kind of navigate through their own education process?
I would 100% say join SEA, because the nicest thing about it is that you get to learn your upperclassmen really well. So when I started as a freshman, I was friends with people who were graduating and student teaching the next semester. And that was a major benefit to me, because when somebody is going through the education program, we are getting trained to be educators. And so we go through a lot of processes and more challenges, I would say, of how do you navigate this class? What is this going to be like? Who is this professor, and what should I be expecting? And what should I be expecting from the different coursework? So I guess an example with that would be that right now one of our newest professors is really big on voice of choice, and so that is a theory or an idea that not every child is going to be able to tell you what they know through a test or through writing a paper or a presentation. So voice of choice is giving them the option. You can write, you can give a presentation, you can write an essay, that kind of thing. And so it really focuses on those strengths, but if I would have told a freshman that this year, it would have been completely foreign because it's nothing that you see in a high school now. So it's different things like that, and it's navigating those classes, like you should take this class with this class, and you should do this one with this one. And so that was the biggest thing that I think I have most benefited from through my education in the education program, is knowing my upperclassmen and being involved with them, because without SEI, I would not know anybody through that aspect of it. And so that is a major, major plus for us. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for coming on today.
Yeah,
we have one last question for you. It's our favorite question we ask on the show, and that's, what does DSU mean to you?
DSU means to me I watched it growing up. I've seen all the football games. Online, and when you drove past the BAC on a Saturday, you would see all the cars there, and so DSU really was a family event for me. My great-grandma actually went to DSU to be an educator, so she did the whole 8-week training to be an educator when it was only 8 weeks long, which seems crazy now. So my great-grandma was an educator here, and then my mom actually went to DSU as well, so it really seemed more like a good family tradition, and DSU and the Blue Hawks have always just been a part of my life, and it just seemed like a home. So I really thought that DSU was really my home here. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, great to hear. Thanks again for coming on.
Thank
We
you
were happy
guys
to
so
have
much.
You. A little bit more about SEA. So stay tuned for an on-campus interview right after this.
All right.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Welcome to the 2021-2022 school year at Dickinson State University. The DSU Heritage Foundation is excited to bring the Blue Hawk Scholarship Fund to the DSU campus.
The Blue Hawk Scholarship Fund is comprised of your general and sport-specific giving, named scholarships, advertising, sponsorship of athletic programs, endowments, and program greatest needs support. Made possible by you, the Blue Hawk Scholarship Fund and the DSU Heritage Foundation will award over $700,000 in athletic support for the 2021-2022 school year.
Donate to the Blue Hawk Scholarship Fund today.
Visit us online at dsuheritagefoundation.org and help support Blue Hawk athletes in the classroom, in competition, and in our community.
Come soar with the Hawks.
Hey everybody, I'm here in the weight room and I'm joined here by a brand new guest, so please introduce yourself, who you are, where you're from, and what do you do here at DSU.
My name's Derrick Calvillo. I play baseball and I'm from Tucson, Arizona.
Well, thank you very much for being on Hawk Talk. So you guys just got done with fall ball. You want to give us a little bit of recap on that?
Fall ball was fun. Definitely faced a couple tough losses. Games we should have won, but just fell short. Team looks really good. Got a couple things here and there to clean up, but I'm excited to see what happens in the spring.
Very nice to hear. And then you guys are about to go through your off-season training. What goes through with that, and what are some of your team goals for the spring?
Lots of weight room time. I think we're in the weight room 3 times a week. We have conditioning days and some mental training. A lot of people don't realize baseball is a mental game, so we do a lot of mental training. I'm looking to increase that as a team. Hopefully that can take us to the next level.
Very nice. And now, so this is your first time on Hawk Talk, Derrick, so we like to ask a little bit of fun questions around here. A little controversial. What do you think is the best baseball movie?
I'm a big fan of Moneyball. I
Okay.
think Moneyball is one of the better ones right now.
I'm a big fan of Field of Dreams or, The Sandlot.
Sandlot's always good.
Sandlot is classic, so glad you and I shared that
Yeah.
in agreement. So since this is a Heritage Foundation kind of run program, for you personally, why are scholarships so important?
Scholarships are huge. They, for me at least, it gave me the opportunity to come and further my academic career and baseball, because paying for college out of pocket really isn't ideal for me. So it just gives a lot of people opportunities, especially me, to kind of further your careers as far as academics and athletics.
Well, all right, it's a pretty solid answer. Last question I got for you, Derrick. What does DSU mean to you?
DSU, it's like a big family to me. I'm a sports guy. I'm big into athletics, so like getting to know trainers here on campus, the weightlifting coaches we have. Everything's really tight knit and really family oriented, in my opinion.
Awesome. Well, Derrick, thank you very much for being on. It's
Thank
been
you.
awesome to have you.
Appreciate it.
Back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you to Jacob and Coulter for that on-campus interview. Now let's get into the recap. So basketball is starting up here in the next few weeks, and men's basketball has their first exhibition game. It's an away game on October 22nd against Minot State. And then cross country will be traveling to Yankton, South Dakota for the Mount Marty Invite on October 22nd as well.
For football, the Blue Hawks had an exciting homecoming weekend where they destroyed Waldorf, ranked 22, 50-7 at home, so that was super exciting. And on top of that, quarterback Aaron White was named North Star Offensive Player of the Week, and kicker Wade James was named North Star Special Teams Player of the Week, along with Wade James being NAI Special Teams Player of the Week. So huge congrats to both of them and to Wade for being recognized on the national level. That's pretty exciting for us.
Yes.
This weekend they have a bye, and then they'll be back playing the following weekend against Valley City at home on October 29th. For volleyball, they're going to be away this weekend where they play Dakota State on October 21st, and then they're going to be playing Bellevue the following day. Rodeo will also be away this weekend where they're playing in Iowa for the Buena Vista Stampede on October 21st and 22nd. And then for Fine and Performing Art, they are preparing for their fall production, The Haunting of the Hill House, which they will be performing October 27th through the 30th. So we have a lot of exciting things coming up for the Blue Hawks, which is nice.
Exactly, and good to see some of the other sports getting started
I
again
know,
on
yeah.
campus.
I'm
as-
sure basketball's excited to get things rolling and stuff, so that'll be fun.
Exactly. So we wanted to say thank you to all of our sponsors for keeping this show going, and thank you to everyone watching. Without you, it wouldn't be possible. Be sure to check out our social media accounts. We've got our Twitter at DSU Heritage, our Instagram at DSU Foundation, and our Facebook, which is DSU Foundation as well. So just keep tabs on everything that's going on with the foundation and with the DSU. With that,
Hawks are up.